I'm telling the reason why he want to be over there. Y'all right? He can cook and pacify over there. He's 12 years old. He was 12 years old. He said, you don't
They trying to say I was over there trying to suck a passy, but they ain't gonna tell you everything. Like that, they trying to hide it.
King's about to have a son. Congrats.
Yeah, I told him I'm gonna make this the greatest gangster of all time. I will raise this child to torture you the way you tortured me. I promise you, there will be an indictment in this young one.
Stop scrolling, because what just happened between King Harris, his baby mama, and T.I. It wasn't supposed to hit the internet. It wasn't supposed to leave that house. It wasn't supposed to leak past the front door, but somehow it did. And now everybody's talking. The streets are buzzing. Blogs are posting. Screenshots are flying everywhere. And in the middle of it all is King Harris, a 19-year-old kid who just found out how dirty things can get when the people closest to you decide to switch up. This didn't start as a scandal. It started as a quiet fight inside a house nobody knew about. A fight that spiraled into something so explosive, even T.I. couldn't contain it. A fight over trust. Money. Betrayal to fight that left King broke, exposed, humiliated, and furious. And it all starts with her. King thought he had control. He thought he was the one running things. The fame, the lifestyle, the money, the image. Until he woke up one morning and learned everything he thought he owned wasn't his anymore. Because his baby mama wasn't just mad, she was done. IT began with a message. A single paragraph she posted online, not long, not dramatic, not emotional, but cold. Cold enough to cut. Cold enough to destroy his entire image in one move. I'm tired of protecting you. I'm tired of keeping quiet. Everything you built is because of me, and I'm taking what's mine. That was IT, and O names and O tags. But everybody knew who she was talking about. King went silent, but the internet didn't. Suddenly, people were asking questions like, why would she say that? What's she talking about? What did King do? And then she did the one thing King begged her not to do. She went live. She didn't come on screaming. She didn't come on cursing. She didn't come on exposing private details. She came on calm, composed, almost too calm, and that made it worse. Because calm people don't lie, calm people don't exaggerate, calm people come with receipts. She said King had been playing family man online, but living a whole different life offline. She said he was acting grown, but still thinking like a child. She said he put fame first, friends second, and his family somewhere at the bottom of the list. And then she took a breath and dropped the bomb that lit the internet on fire. She revealed that she had filed legal paperwork behind King's back. Paperwork that would give her control of the bank accounts, the assets, the content revenue, everything connected to their child, everything King thought he had under his name. She said calmly, I'm done fighting a boy. I need stability for my child. So I took everything that belongs to us. King watched the live shaking with anger. He couldn't believe she went there. He couldn't believe she talked like that. He couldn't believe she actually did it. His phone started ringing nonstop. Friends calling, bloggers calling, people sending screenshots, people laughing, and that was the moment King broke. He went live too, and unlike her, he came in hot. He paced back and forth in his room, shouting, sweating, slamming the dresser. He said she was lying, that she was using the baby for clout, that she waited until things got rough to jump ship. But the comments weren't on his side. People were confused. People were asking why she had documents. People were asking why she sounded calm while he sounded terrified. And somewhere in the background of that chaos, a door opened. T.I. walked in. And the second he stepped into the frame, King's whole energy shifted. The anger dropped. The yelling faded. He suddenly looked like a little kid who got caught breaking something valuable. T.I. didn't raise his voice. He didn't make a scene. He didn't embarrass his son. He just said one sentence that made King end the live immediately. Son, stop talking before you make this worse. But it was already too late. By nightfall, the blogs were running headlines saying King got cleaned out, exposed, played, stripped, and dragged by his own baby mama. But that wasn't the whole story. It's because nobody knew what happened behind the scenes. The argument that followed, the shouting in the hallway, the slammed doors, the tears. King didn't go online after that, but his baby mama did. And this time, she didn't hold back. She said King had been cheating. She said he had lied about money. She said he promised to support her and the child, but didn't live up to half of those promises. She said he acted like he was T.I. While still depending on T.I, she even hinted that King put hands on something, not her, but something important. She didn't go into detail. She didn't need to. That one line turned everything ugly. People started speculating. People started assuming. People started digging through old clips, old comments, old videos. It became a circus. And that's when T.I finally snapped. He posted a message, not long, not angry, but disappointed. A father's message. A message that said everything without exposing anything. I'm trying to teach my son how to be a man, but I can't teach someone who thinks he already knows everything. That was all. And people felt it, because it didn't sound like a celebrity speaking. It sounded like a dad who was hurting. Behind the scenes, though, the situation was worse than anyone knew. King wasn't sleeping. He wasn't eating. He was pacing the house at 3 a.m., calling her phone, sending long messages, apologizing, cursing, apologizing again, begging her to talk. But she didn't answer. She stopped responding. She blocked his number. She blocked his IG. She blocked everything. She wasn't trying to hurt him. She was protecting herself. And that made him spiral even more. At one point, King drove to her place in the middle of the night. Not to fight. Not to scream. Just to see his child. But she wouldn't open the door. He stood there for 20 minutes, knocking, pleading, crying. People think King is just loud, aggressive, reckless. But that night, he wasn't any of those things. He was just a broken kid, standing outside in the cold, begging for a chance to see the one person who didn't judge him. But when she didn't open the door, he lost it. He went home and broke down again. And that's when T.I had his moment. The moment every father eventually faces. The moment where you have to tell your child a truth they aren't ready to hear. Son, you pushed her to this. This ain't about money. This ain't about fame. This is about responsibility. And right now, you haven't shown any. King didn't argue. For the first time, he didn't yell. He didn't storm off. He didn't go live. He just sat there quietly, absorbing the truth. But the internet wasn't done with him. Memes started popping up everywhere. Old clips resurfaced. People compared King to T.I, mocked him, insulted him, twisted the situation into entertainment. And even though King tried to stay offline, the world kept dragging him right back into the flames. Then the next morning, his baby mama posted again, but this time her tone completely shifted. She said she wasn't trying to ruin him or destroy his future. She said she simply wanted stability, consistency, and real support. I'm not your enemy, she wrote, but I won't let my child grow up in chaos. That one line hit King harder than anything else. It pushed him into days of silence, and that silence said more than any response ever could. It showed the world he was hurting, overwhelmed, and unsure of what to say next. Behind the scenes, T.I stepped in immediately. He brought in lawyers, mediators, counselors, and trusted family members, doing everything possible to keep the situation from spiraling even further. Tiny got involved too. She reached out to the girl, tried to calm tensions, tried to talk King down, and tried to pull the family back together. Everyone could feel it. The situation was bigger than drama now. It was personal, painful, and dangerously close to breaking point. But the truth is, trust doesn't rebuild overnight. And the damage was already done. Because while this drama exploded online, something else was happening offline. King realized he wasn't in control anymore. Not of the money, not of the narrative, not of the relationship, not even of the image he fought so hard to present. Everything had slipped out of his hands. And the question wasn't who's right. It wasn't who's lying. It wasn't who exposed who. The real question was, what happens next? Does King grow up? Does he fix the situation? Does he earn back trust? Does he step into fatherhood the way T.I keeps begging him to? Or does he let this drama define him forever? Because one thing is clear, this wasn't a fight between King and his baby mama. This wasn't even a fight between King and the internet. This was a fight between King and himself. His ego, his choices, his consequences. And until he wins that fight, nothing else will change. What we're watching right now is the breaking point. The moment where a boy has to decide whether he's going to keep pretending to be a man online or actually become one in real life. And from the way T.I exploded behind the scenes, he's hoping his son chooses the right side. This story isn't over. It's just starting. And you already know, the next chapter is going to be even louder.